DJ Durong from Hot 702.5 in Las Vegas. It's time to come together. Rainbow Dreams Educational Foundation presents the 24th annual Las Vegas Juneteenth Festival, going down Saturday, June 21st from 4 to 9 p.m. at the Expo at World Market Center, and it's free to the public. Catch R&B icon Tweed live on stage, plus performances by Kiss Kiss and the Squad, Darnell Alexander, Unk and the Nephews, and Las Vegas's pop princess Ray Millie. Hosted by DJ Ambeezy with Not a Boy DJ and DJ Kelly J on the ones and twos. Stop by and visit the Hot 702.5 FM live remote tent and check in with our on-air personalities. Shop the vendor marketplace, hit up the food trucks, and enjoy surprise guests throughout the night. Presented in partnership with Google, MGM Resorts International, Live You Equals You in the city of Las Vegas. Come together this Juneteenth weekend to celebrate freedom with Tweet and Rainbow Dreams. Get your e-ticket now and be entered to win one of our fabulous prizes. Visit June19LV.com. That's June19LV.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Happy Thursday. Welcome back, everybody. How y'all doing today? I am actually having myself quite the day, quite the week. I'm not going to lie, quite the season, because y'all know, like, I'm not even going to start already because I'm definitely going to get into it in a minute. But you already know it's the hottest season right now. You know, Gemini season, we the best. We do everything the best. Y'all can talk all y'all want. It's cool. No, I'm playing. But definitely excited about the birthdays in about a week and a half. And I'm sure if you've been on social media or you in my contacts and I find you to be a close friend or somebody I care about, I sent you the invite as well. So if I see you there, hopefully I will see you all there. If not, you know, find you something better to do because apparently you missed out on the fun. But I'm super excited about that, you know. So this last week has been a lot of just closing up everything for the party. Me and my best friend Tutu, if y'all don't know Tutu, y'all will know her on the 7th. That's the night of the actual Gemini red carpet affair. We actually, so just a little backstory. Me and Tutu have been best friends for maybe a little over 20 years now. We have the same birthday, which is June 8th. And funny enough, our birthday is National Best Friend Day. So it's pretty cool that we all have that together. So this year, for the first time ever, we decided to throw an event together. But, you know, knowing each other, we wanted something that was a little more upscale themed, something that was more tailored towards our age in a way, if you want to say. So we're going to do a Gemini red carpet black tie event. So yes, come dressed to impress. I mean, you know, I'm going to always be in something that looks good, but definitely on my birthday, man, I cannot wait to. I tried on my birthday suit. Everything came in. What's today? Today's Thursday. So everything came in finally on Monday. Was the last piece of. I think I was waiting on my shirt or my shoes. One of the two. Came in, I tried on a birthday outfit. It looks great. Birthday's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to show everybody, to be there, to turn up. I actually need to see about taking Monday off the 9th. I just have to make sure that all of my cases and files are up to date at work. And maybe I can, because right now I'm thinking that maybe I'll just go into work on Monday and kind of just deal with it from there. But everybody keeps saying I'm going to need a day to rest. I don't know. I feel like I can rest Sunday after the party with my son. I get 2 birthday parties this year. That's kind of cool to me. I get one Saturday night with my best friend, Sunday with my youngest son. We share a name and birthday, so that's cool too. Growing up, you know, I wasn't the one to have birthday parties all the time or get the celebrations. I pretty much had to just kind of watch everybody else have fun. So now for this year, the fact that I get to have 2 different birthday parties and they all taken care of, we ain't got to worry about doing nothing but showing up. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited about that. I'm pretty happy. I can't wait. I'm stoked. Because again, it's Gemini season because we are the best. And if you did not know, as a collective, I'm just going to say it out there, the Geminis as a collective realized that I was the person best fit to be president of the United States of Gemini. Because right now we are in the United States of Gemini. So when you address me, make sure you address me as President Quanni, because the Gemini Nation will not play with you about their president. Okay, so just keep that updated. All in all, speaking of, you know what, I'm going to get into that now. Get all of that out the way so y'all ain't got to hear it no more. But I'm going to get all of that out the way. So the past week, what has been going on with me in the past week, again, I've been taking care of the birthday plans, making sure that decorations are good, outfits are good. The venue's great. We made sure that, and shout out to my best friend because she did a lot of heavy lifting. So I got to give her credit on that. But teamwork makes the dream work. So, here we are. But in this last week has been pretty much more so about just celebrating the season. I have been mentally, I have not been feeling the best this year, and I do the work on it. I go to therapy. I do all of that good stuff. I talk about it. I get it all out. That's not an issue. But the only problem is the fact that lately I've just been finding it hard to really, what's the word I'm looking for? I find it hard to actually relax. Okay. I've been finding it very difficult to be comfortable at home in general. My mental is just like fighting all over the place lately. It's crazy. It's wild. I keep it in control because I've been working at it for so long. So I know how to keep myself stable long enough to actually, get through it. And I think that's why I'm so excited right now about the birthday parties, because I'm in my selfish era right now, and having the birthday party is exactly what I need and what I want. So I'm just excited over the fact that I get to, have a birthday party, especially with my birthday right around the corner, and coming out to tell you all about it on the radio. I'm pretty sure you all love to hear it and enjoy it. But at the same time, I'm just happy that I have a moment and an event and something that's going to make me feel better. Okay. I can always laugh and joke, play around, tit for tat. I can do all of that stuff, but I don't want to keep hiding my pain with a smile. You know what I mean? And normally I find an outlet to make that work. And that's why for the last month and a half, 2 months, the gym has been my new safe space, because the gym is just, I don't know, man. I get to let out so much anger and frustration at the gym without even letting it out, if that makes sense. Like, just the workouts in general, the anger that I have inside of me, the frustration, the pain, it builds me and it helps me go stronger and faster. It helps me go longer. It helps me with my workouts. Like, it just lets me express myself and use that anger in a healthy way to make myself look and feel better, So this birthday is what it's all about. I want to have fun. I want to have nothing but complete fun. There's no boundaries. There's no limits. I'm going to go out and do whatever the fuck I want to do. Whatever the heck I want to do. I want to go out and have fun and enjoy myself. Like, I really want to go out and make sure my birthday I turn up. And I remember what they used to call me, the turn up king. You know what I mean? And, if you was there, you would know. If you wasn't there, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't, hey, better luck next time. But I say that because I work a lot. I work 6 days a week, and the only day I get off is Sundays, and I spend that with the family because, my kids deserve to have that time with me. But just like my therapist always says, is when is there time for Marquand? Even though I consider the gym my time, that's not true. It's not true. But when is there time for Marquand? So I've been realizing that I've been so set on taking care of everybody else, the kids, Diamond, life. I've been so busy with taking care of everybody else that I ain't even been paying attention to myself. And I think that's crazy because I love myself. You know what I mean? I really do love myself and how I am about myself. And I feel like the last year and a half, I put myself on the back burner for everybody else but me. And I don't think that's fair to myself. I don't think that's fair to me to put me last. So now I'm in a position where I'm like, fuck being last. You're going to be first. Numero uno. You feel me? Numero uno. And what better to do it than in the best season ever, Gemini season, the greatest season ever invented, ever involved, ever came about. Y'all can talk all you want about it, So before I even get to that part and let y'all even get to the hate, I want to address my fellow brothers and sisters, my fellow Gemini brothers and sisters, because everybody else want to talk about us and they want to talk mess and talk shit. But I'm telling you right now, we are the best. We are the best. So as your president of the United States of Gemini, I just have another, if you've been watching my social media, I've put up about 2 or 3 videos motivating my fellow brothers of Gemini, sisters and brothers. I've gotten some feedback where they don't want one every day. They like one every few days, once a week, twice a week, if anything. And I said, no problem. As your president, I'll be happy to oblige. So here's the next one. And hopefully I'll come and clip this later on because I'll need this part to post later. But To my fellow Geminis, this is the Gemini vision, okay? It's a presidential address to the twin nation because we are the twin nation. Now, my fellow Geminis, up. I almost did something I regretted. Okay. Now, all right. My fellow Geminis, as I stand before you under the constellation that forged us, I am reminded of a universal truth. We were never meant to fit in. We were born to stand out. They call us unpredictable. We call it spontaneity. Spontaneity. They call us restlessness. We call it limitless potential. They call us complicated, and we say you're welcome. Because only a Gemini can carry a conversation and a dream at the same time. Only a Gemini can bounce back from chaos and turn it into creativity. Only a Gemini can be the life of the party and the philosopher in the corner, all in one night. We are thinkers, creators, movers, shapeshifters to the end, shapeshifters of the soul. And though the world often misunderstands us, we do not shrink. We rise, we evolve, we pivot, we win. Why? Because our minds are galaxies, our words, weapons, our energy, uncontainable. To be a Gemini is to live 10 lives in one, to fall down 7 times and get up on a unicycle juggling ideas while making 3 new friends. We are chaos wrapped in brilliance. We are the storm and the calm that follows. We are the future. So to my Gemini brothers and sisters, wherever you are, whether you're crafting your next business, building your next masterpiece, loving harder than you've ever loved, or just vibing in your favorite duality, know this. You are exactly what the haters, because they still don't get it. And it's not curds, remain sharp, your energy stay unmatched, and your spirit remain free. No, we can that for me because I kept procrastinating. So I did that for me as a way of kind of, it was my way of writing a goodbye letter to my brother. It was a way of me letting him know, hey, listen, I can no longer keep grieving you the way I do because I have to worry about my life and I have to move on and heal. I have to move forward and keep doing what I need to do for my family, for my kids, and make sure they're okay. I can't keep wondering why you're not here when in reality you somewhere around. I'm just have to understand that you're here in spirit. So it was my way of acknowledging that and understanding that I had to say, I don't want to say goodbye, but see you later. And I'm just happy about that. It's like a weight was lifted when I finished that last word, you know, R.I.P. Bizzle. I'll forever rep your name. Forever. So yeah, you know what I mean? Anybody else that digs into poetry or has been around her to do it, like, you know, hey, have fun with it. Find out. If you want to find out about it or start doing it, just do it. Start somewhere. I kid you not. Start somewhere and you will go wherever you need to go as long as you stay consistent with it. Because I kid you not, I've been writing the last parts I needed to do the last couple of weeks. I've been on it, just writing on it. And hey, that may not be the final product of that piece. It may change. There may be some things that are moved around or changed around. It may be a difference on how I bring it all together or bring it all in, understand what I'm talking about. You never really know, but I do know one thing, that it's done. And that everything I have, I mean, it's you can call it a rough draft, but I'm happy to have something to work off of that can be a perfect piece for me, to me, about my brother. I'm just happy about that. All right, now, the topics that I wanted to get into today. Are you ready, people? Well, before I do, I'm going to take a step back because somebody just sent me a thing. What is this for? See, this is why I'm y'all President Quanni of the United States of Gemini. So one of my fellow brothers and sisters just sent me a thing they like me to read talking about Geminis, you know, and I'll get that out the way quick and go into my next topic. Geminis are known for their dual nature, adaptability, and quick-witted communication skills. They are social butterflies, often seeking intellectual stimulation and variety. While they can be charming and fun-loving, Geminis may struggle with commitment and can be easily bored, leading to mood swings and inconsistency. I don't know about that so much. When I was younger, yeah, but now I've gotten much better at it. Here's a more detailed look at Gemini characteristics. Adaptability. Geminis can easily switch between different personas and activities, making them highly adaptable. Communication. They are naturally skilled communicators, both verbally and in writing. Hey, didn't we just talk about me being a poet? Ain't no, you know what I mean? Intellectual curiosity. Geminis are always seeking new knowledge and experiences, often seeking stimulating conversations. I don't know how many times y'all hear me say this, but it's like, I need substance. Like, don't just come in with no bullshit ass conversation. Something is going to be, you know, some substance behind it. Versatility. They can thrive in diverse environments and excel at being intermediaries, often acting as inspirational cheerleaders. Hey, that's, you know, you ask my kids, but they tell you. Quick-wittedness. Geminis are known for their wit and humor, making them excellent conversationalists. I don't know about all of that. Weaknesses, dual nature. Oh, there we go. Wasn't ready for this part. Their dual nature can make them indecisive and inconsistent, struggling to commit. I've been committed to the same woman for 16 years. She just ain't been committed to me. Restlessness. They crave variety and can easily get bored with routine, leading to restlessness. In a way, I'll admit to that. Focus. Their constant need for stimulation can make it difficult for them to maintain focus. And until you discipline yourself on that, that's true. Their emotions can swing rapidly, making them appear moody or unpredictable. Commitment issues. Geminis may struggle to commit to relationships or long-term goals. I've had the same basketball team, the same football team, the same, except for hockey team because the Knights wasn't around that long. But I've had the same teams for years. It's not commitment I'd be worried about. It's about the people I choose to commit to. That's the issue. Love and relationships. Need for variety. Geminis are drawn to partners who offer intellectual stimulation and variety. Potential for dual relationships. They may be attracted to those who seem disinterested or challenging, often seeking to impress. And you're going to have to learn that way right there. Going to get you fucked over in so many ways. You bet not. In relationships, they can be inconsistent, changing their minds, or becoming distant. I don't know about that. I think there's more to it than the way they just put it there. But loyalty. While they can be loyal, they may also struggle to maintain that loyalty due to their restlessness or their restless nature. I'm going to speak for myself. I ain't never had that problem. Geminis in different aspects of life. So at work, Geminis thrive in environments that require brain power and communication. often seeking jobs where they can make a significant impact. You know me. Friendships. They are great at connecting with people, forming a large network of friends. And family. They may struggle to commit to family roles and might prefer to maintain a sense of independence. I'm going to be real. I wish my family would have gave me the option to maintain that role. But yes, now as I'm older, I do have that sense of independence. Unless it comes to the family I created, then at that point, I'm all for them. Hobbies. Geminis often have diverse interests and enjoy exploring new hobbies. And I think I tell you that all the time. I like trying new things. Am I saying I like trying new things because I just want to be in dibble and dabble? And no, that's not the point of it. I like trying new things because you never know what you will like. You never know what you will care for. You never know what maybe the thing that actually gets to you or you may actually catch interest in. You don't know what your new interests or hobbies could be if you don't try. And so for me, I'm always going to try regardless. And I'm always going to make sure that, what do you call it? I do something that I want to do. Okay. Something that I like, that I care for. Let's see here. So now I want to get into this. I want to get into this topic because I hear it a lot, and I'm not saying just men. I hear it from men and women. But I think it is a good topic to talk about because why are you in a relationship if you don't know how to be selfless? Why are you committed to somebody if you want to be selfish? Why are you connected to somebody if you want to be selfish? I think that if you are a partner and you choose to be selfish all the time, you need to be by yourself. I kid you not. There's no need for you to be with anybody else if you cannot stop and put yourself second for once. Like, the thing about being in a relationship or a partnership or marriage, whatever it is, it's no longer just about you. It's always about you and your partner and what it can be do to make y'all better. And some of y'all have this sense of selfishness where it's just like, if it's not about you, it don't matter. Or you got these badass attitude problems and you can't get rid of or you can't fix. Like, nobody wants to put up with that shit. And eventually, and I'm telling you from experience, eventually the person you with, when you putting them through that shit, they just gonna get up one day and say, fuck it, I had enough. I'm over that shit. It is what it is. I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. I'm gonna just enjoy my life. And then y'all gonna be sitting there mad at them because of the fact that they stopped being selfless for you and started being selfish for them when you wouldn't be selfless for them. Why is it their problem? That's not their fault. You need to sit down and take some accountability for the fact that y'all are out here hurting these people and creating this traumatic experience for them and just not giving a fuck about how they feel or act. Y'all are so caught up with being selfish that y'all attitudes will let everything fuck up the next. You will let your attitude mess up every little thing lined up behind it. So because you got an attitude, which it could be in the fact of you're not even right to have an attitude, but because you have one, forget everything else, huh? I don't need to worry about this. I don't need to worry about the way I talk to people, the way I deal with people, the way I listen and understand people, the way I hear my partner when they're trying to tell me something. I don't need to worry about that. That's how y'all feel? Because I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna be the ones hurting the end. Y'all will. Because eventually that person you keep taking advantage of and not listening and not caring for and not caring about when you're not being selfless for them, that one person you take advantage of, they're going to go ahead and find somebody that they can give it to that will appreciate it, that will acknowledge it. Like, it sucks that y'all are with these people or we're with these people and they can't even be appreciative of what you do for them. It's like at some point we just going to say, fuck y'all and walk away from it. Or some of y'all will tend to stay there and just hurt the other person, whatever you choose to do, whatever it is what it is at the end of the day. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, they could have just left and da-da-da-da. Let me tell you something. It's, again, speaking from experience. We try to leave, and then people don't make it easy. They don't make it easy at all. They want to make it difficult and hard. They want to turn up, and they want to make attitudes and problems. And I wish you fought for the relationship that hard, like actually did the right work for the relationship and did it to make sure it was okay. But they don't. And then y'all want to cry about the fact that y'all alone and by yourself or that y'all partner is out dealing with somebody else or doing something else. Oh, well. Why didn't you take the time to sit down with your partner like they told you to and fix and work on what they had to work out with or what they needed worked on? But instead, when they try to tell y'all that something needs to be worked on, y'all want to be narcissistic and deflect and point the finger at them like they're doing something wrong because they're coming to you about issues they have. Y'all will learn one day. That is so unhealthy. That's so toxic. So toxic. Y'all need to get past that shit. I have this, a couple articles. So this one, a selfish partner prioritizes their own needs and desires over the needs and desires of their partner and the relationship as a whole, often neglecting empathy, compromise, and responsibility. This can manifest in various ways, including constantly putting their own interests first, refusing to compromise, and avoiding accountability for their actions. Here's a more detailed look at some of the key signs of a selfish partner and how to address them. Lack of empathy. struggles to see things from your perspective, dismisses your feelings, and minimizes your experience. I say that because there's no way you should be with somebody and you can't empathize with them. I don't care what you got going on. If you have a partner, empathizing should be probably the easiest thing you can do for them or do with them. The fact that some of y'all will sit up there and they could have just lost a family member, and y'all will sit there and probably, hey, you mind going to the store for me real quick? Like, goddamn, you know my auntie on the phone with me telling me my cousin just died, right? Goddamn. I don't get it. It really bothers me, and I know it bothers me a lot. And you probably can see that it bothers me a lot, but it does. Like, y'all can't even empathize with your significant other. But then when the roles are reversed, you expect everything about them. I remember one time, now mind you, listen, just to give a little backstory or a little personal experience from it. My brother died in 2012. And the only person that even noticed something was wrong with me, the only person that even noticed that, Diamond came to me, looked in my eyes and said, something ain't right with you. This was the night of the candlelight. And then disappeared on me. Disappeared. And then years down the road, later on down the road, you know, when she lost somebody in her family, and again, I didn't really know that they were that close to it, but I didn't really talk to her, say nothing about it. But it came to it was like, well, you don't even console me like you console other people. But it was like, you never did that for me. And then people you were close to, I did console you with, but this one person that I didn't think you were close to, now I got to suffer the consequence because you feel like you deserve more from me on that. Well, my bad that I didn't know that, but I mean, shit, like, I just feel like you wasn't that kind of person based on the fact that when my brother left me, so did you. And then you pop back up later on like a magician too. Anyway, saying that to say, sometimes being empathetic is going to get you a long way. And not even sometimes. When you're in a relationship, let's talk about a relationship for a chance right now, not just friends, family. Talk about a relationship on this part. When you are in a relationship and you fail to empathize with your partner or your spouse, how long do you think you can maintain that relationship without compromising, without empathizing? How long do you think it's going to go on before one of you either A, finds somebody else to do it with, or B, just walks away completely? You tell me and you let me know. I think everybody's different. Prioritizes their needs. This is another one. You know, you consistently put their own needs and desires above yours, making decisions without considering your well-being. I think a lot of the time, some of you all make decisions without thinking about what really affects those or what's really going to be entailed with making those decisions. Like, if you have a partner that is, or a friend or a family member, and you have one of them where they, I don't know, for example, I come every Thursday to come do a radio show. So if you calling me on Thursday at 3:45, hey, can you come pick me up from work? I ain't got no ride. I'm going to tell you that I got to do my show. And if you proceed to say, oh, can't you just reschedule, not do it, just come get me? So because you need to come home from work, that means everything I've been doing every Thursday, I need to stop that just because you need a ride home today. You need to get you an Uber or get on the bus. That's what you need to do. Because it sounds like I'm not the one that's going to help you get home today. Another one is avoids responsibility. I don't even think I need to read this because I think y'all already know what that looks like, but refuses to take ownership for mistakes or failures and avoids taking on shared responsibilities. For the life of me, again, I don't know why y'all hate accountability, why people hate that so much, but once you realize that accountability is such a weight lifted off your shoulder, it'll be easier for you to do it. It's not easy being accountable. I'm not saying it's going to take over, you're going to do it overnight, but the more you practice at it, the better you will get. It's just like that. Practice makes perfect. So you have to keep trying at it, or you're not going to have anything going on for yourself. You're going to keep sitting in the same cycle wondering why you ain't going nowhere. Learn some accountability. Learn to apologize when you've messed up. It's okay. Like, we all do it. We're human. We all make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with you saying, hey, you know what? I apologize. I didn't know that doing this was going to cause that. And because it did, you know, that's my fault and it's on me. So I apologize for it. You know, but to each his own again, right? That depends on who it is, on what they want to do. Emotionally unavailable, or unavailability, I should say, is emotionally distant, struggles to connect with your emotions, and may not offer emotional support when you need it. But then they get mad at you because you choose to have other people around that will give you that emotional support you need. Then you try to give people the chance to give you that emotional support, and then they still fumble the bag and they just kind of go about it like, oh, I don't care no more. I tried. It is what it is. You know, to each his own. I just feel like nobody should be dealing with anybody that can't be emotionally available to them if you are dating them. At that point, you need to probably exit stage left and go find somebody that will. Or go heal first. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Go heal and then find somebody that will. Now, taking without giving expects a lot from you but offers little in return, whether it's emotional support, shared responsibilities, or even just basic acts of kindness. I even say even if it's just finances, if it's some things like that. But you have a lot of people that will sit there and be like, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? What can you do for me? Without even thinking about like, damn, I've done all of this for you, but are you going to be able to do something in return? Can you show appreciation for it or let me know that you see me too? And you know, again, that's not every relationship, but you know, I hear it enough to where I'm going to talk about it. And again, this is for men and women, not just one. I'm not going to, this conversation I've heard throughout from both sides. So I'm not going to put it on just one. I'm going to talk to both of y'all, both of y'all. I'm going to talk to everybody today. Let's see here. Lack of compromise, refuses to consider alternative viewpoints, or negotiate, often insisting on their own way. Like my way or the highway. Right now, that's how I am, no? My way or the highway. But I don't, it's not to be hurtful to anybody, but it's just to say that I want it to be about me right now. Because I've been worried about everybody else. So it's about me right now. And there's nothing that you can do to stop that. And if you don't like it, there's a door. There's a door. Self-centered communication. Talks mostly about themselves, rarely ask about your day or experiences, and uses I statements more than we. You know, I used to have an issue because I used to go home and say, like, you don't say, how was my day at work? You don't say, how was I doing? What's going on? Or how am I feeling? Like, it's just more so like, oh, you home. And you know how crazy that is to know that, like, to feel like, dang, I might even care about the fact that I might have had a long day. It's a small gesture. I do it. You know, I ask you. Anyway, I got through that pretty fast because I want to get to the resolution of it, which is how to address a selfish partner. This one here is talking about the tender, thoughtful approach. So use a calm and empathetic tone to address the issue. Avoid accusatory language and focus on the impact of their behavior on the relationship. So basically, when you talk and you want to use we statements, us and we statements, not I and you statements, you know. You want to set boundaries, clearly define your limits and what you're willing to tolerate. Communicate your expectations and be prepared to enforce them. Communicate your needs. Express how their behavior is affecting you and what you need from them. Because if they don't understand why it's affecting you, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Practice acceptance, which was really hard for me at first, but hear it out. If the selfishness is rooted in a mental health condition, educating yourself about it and practicing acceptance may help you navigate the situation with more empathy. And then model generosity and forgiveness. So try to model the behavior you want to see in your partner by practicing generosity and forgiveness, even when it's difficult. Because we all know that there are times that you just want to walk out the door and say, I ain't never coming back here again. Of course, important consideration, selfishness is a spectrum. So not everyone exhibits selfishness to the same degree, but it's important to understand that nuances of your partner's behavior. Now, it's a relationship issue, so selfishness in a relationship can be a symptom of other underlying issues such as communication problems, lack of emotional maturity, or even mental health challenges. Now, consider the root cause, so try to understand the reasons behind your partner's selfishness, whether it's due to a lack of empathy, insecurity, or other factors. It's okay to walk away. It is okay to walk away. If your partner's selfishness is causing significant harm or is unchangeable, it's important to consider whether you're willing to continue the relationship. Stop going in limbo, trying to feel like, should I be here? Should I be here? Should I not? Should I go? Yada, yada, yada. Like, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and you just kind of have to deal with it. There was another one here, but I ain't gonna have enough time to get through that one. So I just want to say, all in all, with all of that, you cannot expect progress in a relationship if one of you is going to continue being selfish. I understand that there are sometimes you have to put your needs before someone else's. But again, I think that's outside of a relationship. I think when you are, especially if you are married, but if you're not married, I mean, you kind of get the freedom to do what you want, because if you ain't married, technically you're single. But all in all, I think that it comes to a point where we all should realize that if you are dealing with somebody that's selfish, you either want to deal with them or you don't. I mean that by you either going to sit there and let it go on and keep trying to change them and make it better and make it happen, try to put the work in, or you're just going to walk away. But I do want to say this. If you do want to try to put the work in, don't let it beat you up. Don't let the work kill you. Don't let the work make you feel miserable. You have to make sure that your partner is willing to put in just as much work as you are Otherwise, you're going to be in a worse predicament mentally because of that. You're going to be feeling like, damn, I did all of this to try to make it work, and they just don't give a fuck or don't care. It sucks, but we've all been there before. We all have to put on our big boy pants and big girl draws, and we have to just kind of learn to communicate better, more efficiently and effectively. If you can't do that, I don't think you should be dating or being in a relationship. I think you should go take a communications class and kind of let that lead the way for you. Because other than that, I think you kind of just sitting there, what do you want to call it? Dragging it on. You dragging it on. Don't stay with somebody over the point of you don't want to see them with somebody else. Because I used to get told all the time by Diamond, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want nobody else with you either. And what I got from that was, you don't want to be with me, but you don't want nobody else to have me and accept me because you know how good of a man I am. That's kind of crazy and wild. So I tell y'all that, like, don't take years to realize somebody just don't care. Don't take years to realize that if they want to be selfish, they just going to be selfish. You have to understand that if you can acknowledge and work on it, and if they don't want to work on it with you, then they have to work on it by themselves. It's simple as that. Not saying that there's not a chance for y'all to reconnect in the future, but some people have traumatic issues and things going on in their life that they need to work on first before they can actually be in that operation to be in a relationship or committed to somebody. You got to be the one to say, hey, I ain't finna keep trying to drag this on if you ain't put the work in. So all in all, I'm going to just go ahead and let you do the work, and I'll see what you like in whatever time it takes for us to reconnect. All in all. Same thing. It is Gemini season 2. So don't forget to party like you're a rock star. Party all hard. We will be. Don't forget June 7th. It's going to be a black tie event. Gemini red carpet black tie event. Come out and celebrate and enjoy. If I didn't give you the information and I fuck with you like that, please hit me up and let me know. I'm pretty sure I'll go through my contacts and my list again and send it out to who I need to. But I just appreciate y'all if you do tend to show up. And then I'll definitely see y'all again next week on the hottest radio station on the show, hottest radio station on the planet. Hot 702.5 FM. I'll definitely catch y'all again next week here. So thank you again for coming out and tuning in. Don't forget, peace, love, and hair grease. I'll catch y'all next week.